Brother, I was diagnosed with generalized anxiety disorder at 7 years old. Every single night, I would wake up in the dark hours with a feeling of absolute terror, and I would rush to my parents' room seeking safety. My mom couldn't get a good night's sleep for years because I was afraid of monsters. The reason I'm saying this is because that fear of monsters later evolved into a fear of other humans judging me, aka social anxiety disorder. I spent my teenage years paralyzed by this fear. Every time I had to speak in front of the classroom, I would feel something close to a panic attack. Now that I'm a public speaker and I'm doing this for a living, it feels crazy to say this or as if I'm talking about a past life or a different person, but it's true. I had a crush on this girl for 4 years and I couldn't say a word to her. Today I can proudly say I managed to become an actor, model, public speaker, content creator, creative entrepreneur. Bro, in 10th grade I almost failed drama class because I didn't want to get on stage, and now I do that shit for fun. And when it comes to girl, the most respectful way I could frame it is that I keep on getting asked for advice around dating, confidence, and charisma. I'm gonna just keep it there. Yes, I'm very humble about it, by the way. So, how the fuck did I manage to pull this off? To be honest, good question. This video is my best attempt at answering this question by covering the 3 reasons why attracting women is easier than you think. But before we go there are some foundations I want to cover with you. By the way, we'll go right back to the video in a few seconds, but if you've made it this far, I might have something that will be interesting for you. See, over the past 3 years, my message of magnetic confidence has attracted an audience of over 70,000 people across platforms, generating thousands of success stories. But if you're the type of person with high standards that won't settle for anything less than greatness, then our coaching program with a 90% success rate is the right fit for you. To see if you qualify for a free discovery call, you can click on the link in the description. Alright, right back to the video. We need to start covering the root cause of the insecurity. See, the thing is, if you look out there are so many online gurus that might give you the latest hacks and techniques that I call plaster solutions, but if you never deal with the root cause, nothing's gonna happen. Let me give y'all a statistic. Did you know that according to worldometrics.org, roughly 73% of people say they fear public speaking more than death? Now you might say, what the fuck? Why? The answer is fear of judgment. Okay, but how is that worse than death? It's not. These people just failed to understand the root cause of their fear, which is actually death. Let me explain. For our ancestors, being rejected by the tribe meant death. It's hard to fully grasp our level of vulnerability as animals today with all the comfort we have and the structures we've built, but the truth is, if we're suddenly left alone in the wild nature like in the forest or the savannah, we would be basically fucked. Our strength as humans has always been to be part of a community. That's why we've developed a deep-seated fear of judgment. Because guess what? Being judged means others see you as different, and being too different means you might get rejected, and if you get rejected, you die. For us, it might sound like a metaphor, but for your great times 1000 grandfather, it was reality. And what I'm about to say is one of the most important things you can take out of the video today. Nobody's afraid of failing. We are afraid of what other people will say if we fail. So whether it's pursuing that dream, getting that girl, starting that business, being yourself, you're not afraid of failing. You're not afraid of getting rejected by the girl. You're afraid of what other people will say if you fail. Fear of judgment is the reason why 99% of people never pursue their truest dreams. But the fact everyone does it doesn't make it less insane. Because you know what else would be absolutely insane? If you traveled back in time to meet your ancestors and you told them about the internet, AI, robots, Bitcoin, or even electricity. They would either worship you as a god or burn you in front of the whole village because they'll think you're some kind of dark magician or evil, whatever. My point is this: humans change. Things evolve, and it's time to shrink that fear of judgment into irrelevance. So here are 3 steps to build magnetic confidence that will make attracting anything you want, including women, easier than you think. Listen, you gotta look at your demons straight in the eyes. As Joseph Campbell said, the cave you fear to enter holds the treasures you seek. One of my favorite quotes of all time. The thing is, human beings cannot take action without a compelling reason to do so, whether it's conscious or subconscious. Change always and inevitably happens with disturbance. Either wanting to get rid of some kind of pain or feeling a sense of lack from something you want that you don't have. That's it. So when you're avoiding looking at your demons in the eyes, what you're doing is you're just procrastinating the dream life you could have. So that's why right now I'm gonna tell you to do something that you might not want to do, but you need to do. So you can either bitch out and leave this video right now. That's okay. You can still live below your potential. Nobody's gonna stop you. Or you can grab your balls and stay until the end. All right, I'm glad you stayed. So you're gonna grab a piece of paper right now or open the notes app on your phone, and you're gonna note down why, as honestly as possible, you feel like your confidence is not where it needs to be. What are you most afraid of? What's actually holding you back? What are those beliefs, the deepest ones? Don't worry, no one will look at it. You can even burn the paper later if you want to. The point is to be as authentic and transparent as possible. Once it's done, you're gonna put that piece of paper on the side and imagine that all of these fears disappeared right now for a moment. What would be the most exciting vision you could possibly imagine if all of these limits disappeared? No limits existed. What would your life look like? Your business, your career, your lifestyle, your house, your car, your relationships, your family, your happiness, your purpose, your health even. I want you to write as if you're a 5-year-old writing a list for Santa. Nothing is off limits. Put me on pause and do it. It's important, I'm telling you. Okay, you got the list. Now take a moment and be fully honest with yourself. Now is the moment to look at those demons. Will that vision ever be possible if you keep on carrying those same bullshit ass beliefs and fears with you with everything you do? You gotta ask the question. I know it's difficult to embrace, but self-honesty is always the first step. So many people never realize that potential and spend their lives settling for less. You get to realize that right now. It's time to change. Would you agree? Take a moment to write down 5 of the most important reasons why you're absolutely committed to destroy these beliefs once and for all. All right, that was a pretty big first step, right? Let's go to step number 2. You gotta do whatever it takes to get out of your comfort zone. You're not gonna like this step either, but again, here to tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. You're gonna look at that list of reasons why. The 5 reasons, the exercise you just went through, look at it and ask yourself, what is one action, one decision you've been putting off for a while that you know will get you closer to that person you want to become, to that vision you had. You know you need to do it, you just never got the balls to do it. You never got the fucking courage. Now you do. So you're gonna note that shit down and you're gonna go fucking do it. Don't just say you're gonna do it, actually do it. And if you can't do it right away, then schedule it in your calendar for a moment you will do it. Never ever leave the location of a decision without taking action first. This is the kind of moment you'll look back at one day as the start of a great adventure. Go for it. All right, now only one step left. Celebrate your victories. Once you take that action, make sure to celebrate the shit out of it. Celebrating the small wins gives you pleasure, therefore increasing the likelihood that you will do it again. Remember when I shared my story earlier, how I went from crippling insecurity to magnetic confidence? The truth is that every time I share this story, my confidence grows stronger. Because here's the thing, we don't get confident by shouting affirmations in the mirror. We get confident by building an undeniable stack of obstacles we have overcome. So if there's one thing I want you to remember from this video, it's this. Open your calendar app right now and schedule at least one moment every single evening when you're gonna take out a journal and note down at least one win or one lesson every day. It can be in the form of an obstacle you overcame that day or an advice you got. Whatever stuck the most with you during that day. And if you absolutely cannot find anything on one of these days, then just look at wins from the past. And once it's done, all you need to do is to note down at least one reason why that lesson or that win is important. How is it going to change your life for the better or the life of someone else? That will teach your subconscious mind to constantly look for wins and lessons every single day of your life. How could you ever not be confident with all of these wins in the back of your mind? Alright, so if you resonated with what I said and you want more personal approach to building magnetic confidence from me, then our coaching program has a 90% success rate. If you want to see if you qualify for a free discovery call with me, you can click on the link in the description. And if you're a man who's struggling with porn addiction and you're just tired of feeling like you're out of control, then you can join the #1 porn addiction recovery brotherhood in the world. It's called the Off Pxrn Academy. It's completely free. The link is in the description as well. Other than that, much love to y'all. I'm grateful for you. Take care. If you fuck with what I'm saying, you can subscribe. This way you can see my other lessons. And in all cases, I love you. Bye.